Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Plague Inc. Evolved. It is time to continue and also possibly finish off our Mega Brutal campaign, I should say. Bioweapon is the only one left on our list, and then we will have those glorious Mega Brutal hexagons on every disease type. Exceptionally lethal pathogen that kills everything it touches. Well, this is I would say, not a super hard disease type, but it does take a little bit of luck. I think we'll be able to make it work, though. So, as far as what genetic code we want to go with, I think there's an argument to be made for something like ATP boost, so you can get as many points toward compressing the genes, preventing the bioweapon from getting too lethal too early on, but I don't know. I'm not really convinced. There's an argument to be made, like I said, but I still think that metabolic jump is probably going to be our best bet. Catalytic switch is not a bad idea in tandem with the genetic mimic, but if we do this right, I don't think people will be working on the cure for very long because they will be able to cure us very quickly. So metabolic jump is probably going to be our best. And creationist? Possibly. Creationist will reduce the chances of mutations. I'm honestly not convinced that's going to work out for us. I think genetic mimic is still going to be the best. It's a bit more of a neutral option. Just being harder to cure is always good under every situation. Aquasite, sure. Extremophile, absolutely. These two are almost always excellent. And of course, we will want Pathos Stasis. Pathos Stasis will prevent ability costs from increasing as we buy more, but we're easier to cure. This is going to be counteracted by the genetic mimic. Now, the reason we want ability costs is because ability costs with the bioweapon are how we are going to avoid detection, and also, amazingly, how we are going to kill everybody. So abilities are super duper important for Pathos, for the bioweapon. If you do not have Pathos Stasis, I don't think it's going to be very easy for you to beat this on Mega Brutal. Now, last time apparently we played this, we called it Mega Death. We are going to rename this. I did a bit of thinking as to something that will certainly kill people someday, or at least I always feel like it's going to kill me every time I eat it, and that is the Costco chocolate cake. Oh, come on, I can't fit okay, fine. Doesn't need to have an E. Costco choco cake. If you don't know what Costco is, then you probably don't live in the United States. Or actually, wait, no, I think Costco's international, isn't it? Actually, I think it is. Well, Costco has their own branding, kind of like Walmart has, Great Value. Costco has Kirkland Signature. It's a wholesale store, I guess. And one thing that anybody who's been to Costco for long enough will know is that they sell this incredibly rich chocolate cake. It's like 15 or 16 bucks or whatever for this very large, ridiculously sweet and chocolatey, fudgy kind of chocolate cake. I mean, this is the kind of cake that, like, people insist they can't have more than just a thin sliver without throwing up. Personally, I can eat a lot of it, but every time I do, I'm just convinced someday this is going to get me killed. So, as a result, Costco chocolate cake will be our bioweapon. We don't even know that it's been spreading amongst the population for years, but someday it's going to kill us all. Welcome to Plague Inc. Now, as far as what country we should start with, I think Saudi Arabia is going to be a good choice because the airport will reach so many different nations right off the bat. Infectivity is going to be the name of the game with the bioweapon because this is another one of those race against the clock style disease types similar to the nanovirus, although I would argue this is a little bit easier. So, the way you need to understand how the bioweapon works. Every either day or every week or something like that, there's this kind of randomly calculated chance that we are going to gain some lethality. There's nothing we did, nothing we have to do, it's just going to become lethal over time. If we sat down and did absolutely nothing, didn't pick up any transmission symptoms or abilities, eventually we would tick up to becoming 100% lethal. Or we would be cured, one of the two. And it kind of follows this exponential curve. So we'll start off really slow, and the chance of increasing in lethality will continue to go up until you kind of hit this critical mass, and you just start ramping up the lethality very, very quickly. Now, obviously, in the beginning of the game, you do not want to be so lethal that you kill off all your hosts before you can infect. So the goal is trying to keep that in balance, keep the lethality in check until the time comes to strike, right? And in order to do that, the bioweapon comes with some abilities. First off, we have gene compression, reduce the likelihood of lethal genes becoming unlocked over time. So like I said, there are some random rolls of lethality. this will reduce the likelihood of getting one of those rolls, and we're actually going to pick this up immediately to try and reduce the likelihood of picking up some lethality before we're prepared for it. The second ability is Deactivate Modified Genes, reduce lethality by deactivating key genes controlling toxin production. So if we gain some lethality, we can spend points to just straight up reduce the lethality. I'm not sure it sets it down to 0, but it does reduce it. And then lastly, we have Nucleic Acid Neutralization. This one's a bit more complicated. Reset the lethal potential of the weapon. So like I said, there's going to be that kind of exponential curve. So let's suppose we're kind of hitting that curve, we're starting to curve up, and then we picked up the nucleic acid, whatever it was called, and that'll reset it back down to 0 and keep it at 0 for a little while, and then start the process all over again. If you time it right to get the most value out of it, you want to kind of wait till your lethality starts to hit that exponential curve, and then pick it up. But whether or not that actually happens, who knows? Either way, that's going to be there. We're going to be picking up gene compression pretty much as quickly as we can to reduce the likelihood of us getting any lethality so we don't have to take deactivated modified genes and so on. Now the thing is though, once all of these have been filled out, there are 3 levels of each ability, and in the very center, there's going to be a kind of Armageddon gene, which will automatically take your lethality all the way up to 100%. So, you're going to want to use all these abilities to kind of bide the time you need to infect everyone in the world, then pop that gene and watch them fall. That is the strategy you want to go for with the bioweapon. Can we execute it? Kind of hard to say, because this particular disease type is very sensitive to timing. So maybe we can do it, maybe not. I don't know. Let's pick up another level of gene compression. So far we haven't gotten any lethality, which I am okay with. We can pick up the 3rd level right away. So we've already minimized the odds of getting lethality for free as much as possible, which is good. And even when we get detected, you still want to keep the lethality kind of on the low side, because the less lethal it is, the less likely the world will overreact and start working to cure you. So keeping it low is almost always a good thing just to buy you time. We're going to go for water level 1, so we'll be able to spread by ship, hopefully to places like Madagascar and India and so on a little bit sooner, if we can. And then we'll want to go for air. We're going to start working toward things like bioaerosol. Now, I'm not going for animals because I don't really care that much about mutation chance. Symptoms are not very useful on the bioweapon because you don't want to get detected too early. And the symptoms aren't really going to be necessary in order to gain lethality, so why bother? I mean, you could, I just don't really see the point. Oh, cool, we actually got to China a little bit early there. That's kind of cool. No lethality yet. That's good. We'll go for water level 2, or actually maybe we'll go for air level 2 actually first. Yeah, we've gotten to Egypt. Yeah, I think we'll actually go for air level 2 first. We'll spread through the arid countries a little bit faster. We'll spread by airport. It'll be fine. How many points do we need? 16. Okay. Well, 16 is doable. We will ship our Costco chocolate cakes all over the world. Tell you what, everyone is going to die from sweet, delicious, sugary goodness. We're actually spreading a little bit faster than I expected right now. We're spreading to a lot of neighboring countries. We've even gotten to Japan. We're in Germany. We're in Mexico. We're in India. Good. Good. Any lethality? Yes. See, there is our first tick of lethality. It's starting to happen, so we need to pay attention to that. But it's going to start killing people off fairly soon. We got into Iceland. We're in, I think I saw South Africa, but I guess we're already there. How many points for water level 2? 18. We can do that. So there we go. That's 18. Thank you. Now, one downside, of course, of not getting any symptoms is because you're not very severe, you're not going to get as many DNA points from these red bubbles. So, I guess, I don't know. There's, I don't know. As far as which kind of genetic genes or whatever you want to pick up for bubbles and extra DNA, it's kind of a crapshoot. You don't really know which one you want to go for. We're going to refund our anemia. It's going to give us 2 more points, and then we're not going to get detected any sooner than we have to. Let's pick up Deactivate Modified Genes and eliminate what little lethality we had. We've already killed 14,000 people despite those efforts. New Zealand got infected. Good, more islands. We're going to need to get to places like Russia soon so that we can get to Greenland. I'm going to go ahead and grab drug resistance level 1. There's Madagascar. Actually, we can get cold resistance level 1 right now as well. So let's do that. Doop. Okay, good. Indonesia, Philippines, and all those other things. New Guinea has been infected. Western Africa, also good. I'm going to save up for drug resistance level 2 because that could be kind of useful for us in the wealthier countries where we are less likely to spread. And again, we want to get everybody infected as quickly as possible before the lethality ramps up and they start working on the cure. There's drug resistance level 2, that'll be good for us. They've already detected us, but that was sort of to be expected because we've hit that critical mass in places like Saudi Arabia, China even now, which is working on the cure, and China's fairly good at said cure, so that's a little worrisome, but let's get cold resistance level 2 right now. Any lethality? No lethality yet. We're actually getting kind of lucky because we haven't gotten too much lethality. We haven't had to spend too many points on that other stuff. Let's go ahead and pick up genetic hardening level 1 to buy ourselves some time. And bioaerosol, extreme bioaerosol, so we'll spread a heck of a lot faster. Costco Chocolate Cake Awareness Day! Everyone, go forth and give thyself diabetes! Do it! And we've also been placed on the watch list. That actually is kind of unfortunate, amusing, but very unfortunate because we've hit that watch list a lot sooner than I was expecting. Now, we could go for some more abilities, but actually I'm going to go for coughing and pneumonia, because we need to spread in cold countries a lot faster than we currently are. So I'm hoping that that might give us a little bit more of an edge. They are starting to work on said cure. The World Cup has been canceled. Okay, people are leading the cure effort. This is going by really fast. UK shuts down airports. Did we get to Greenland? We did. Is that the whole world? Okay, the whole world has been infected. That's a good sign. Let's go ahead and grab... Ooh, gosh, there are a couple of ways we could do this now. We could go for things like rash and start working toward necrosis so we can start killing and our bodies will stay infective. And that way we can pop the Armageddon gene a lot sooner and still be infecting people. We don't have to worry until every person is infected. On the other hand, we could go for things like insomnia and work toward insanity. I'm not really sure what's going to be best. Genetic drift is really starting to make these things expensive. I'm not sure we could even afford necrosis if we wanted to, but we need some lethality at some point so we can continue to get points. The fact that we're in every country is good. I'm going to go for it. Let's try it. Rash and sweating, also good in cold countries. Skin lesions, and save up for necrosis. It'll cost 54 freaking points. It's a lot of points, but we're going to get it. Insomnia developed for free. That's actually quite good for us. Come on, give me a couple more points here. Couple more points. Global research is focused on the chocolate cake. Oh, that chocolate cake, though, you know. Necrosis. Oh, it's gotten more expensive. We're 1 point shy. Come on. Give me a little something to work with. I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. We're already at 50% cure progress. How are we looking in places like Greenland? Oh, gosh, we can't afford to wait. We can't afford to wait on this. All right. Deactivate, nucleic acid, and... Oof, do we go for the Annihilate gene right now? We have to. Annihilate gene it is. Maximum lethality. It's going to take a little bit to ramp up. Basically, what the Annihilate gene does is it significantly increases the speed of that lethality generation. So I'm hopeful that we're not going to kill too fast in a place like Greenland. I'm hoping we can still kill them pretty effectively. We might be able to save some points for a genetic reshuffle, but let's watch places like Greenland because that's the one we're really concerned about. Let's do that genetic reshuffle. Buy us a little bit of time. We're killing really fast now. Oh, Greenland. Oh, Greenland. Oh, Greenland. Oh my god, Greenland. Come on. Necrosis. Buy it. Please continue to be infective. I think we may have it now. I think we do. There are no healthy people left in the world and almost everyone is dead. Freaking heck, man. I think we've got it, though. Do genetic reshuffles 1 and 2 just to buy us some more points. And let's increase our complexity by doing, like, cysts and stuff like that. The more complex you are, of course, the better your overall score is going to be, but I'm thinking time is the most important thing, and we might be okay, and the cure progress has been significantly reduced thanks to those genetic reshuffles. And there are only 4 people left in the world. Where are they? They are all in Greenland. The last bastion of hope against the menace of the Costco chocolate cake. And we've got it. Costco chocolate cake has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. I just got the Bioweapon Master achievement. 3 stars. That's a lot lower than I was hoping for. Okay, so there is some room for improvement. But that only took 504 days. In less than 2 years, we wiped everyone out. This is a very quick-paced plague. Kind of fun in that sense, but Yeah, so again, the overall strategy is just kind of fly under the radar as much as you can, get your infectivity way up there, but don't use any symptoms at all until later. The severity will not help you. Once we already got detected, it was okay to have a little severity, but again, we kind of had to make that judgment call on pulling the trigger on the annihilation gene. The fear being that we would possibly kill people too fast to infect in Greenland, but we barely managed to pull that off. And that was pretty good, all in all. 3 stars is nothing to be too upset about. It was good, and that does finish off all of my diseases on Mega Brutal. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get a nice big achievement for that. I was sort of expecting one. That's a big disappointment, but okay, that's it. That is all of them. That's not to say that I'm done with Plague Inc. I still could do a video on the Nurex worm. I did a Brutal one that, you know, also applies for Mega Brutal, but that was a long time ago. Do you guys think I should do another one of these just to kind of reiterate my points? I could. And then one of these, it was either the bacteria or the fungus. I can't remember. Maybe it was the virus. Sorry, not the fungus, the virus or the bacteria. One of these two I didn't do a video on because the same strategy applied to both. I could do that one as well just to be consistent. Let me know what you guys think. And once we're done with all of those, if you guys think that we're completely good to go, I'll start looking at doing some custom scenarios. Please make sure that you guys tell me what some of your favorites have been in the comments section, and I will look those up. We're probably not going to go for Mega Brutal-like perfection on any of these, but just for funsies, we might give them a shot. Alright, well that's all for today, so thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with Plague Inc. Evolved. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for my future content. And I will see you guys next time.